Hi everyone, welcome to the 42nd Annual Ocean State Grand National Karate Championships. I'm your host, Mike Petrarca, here at the wonderful Crown Plaza Hotel in beautiful Warwick, Rhode Island. And to my left is someone that needs no introduction. He's a Black Belt Magazine Hall of Famer. He is an Ocean State Grand Nationals Hall of Famer, and he doesn't need it to be St. Patty's Day to wear a green bow because he made the green bow famous in sport karate, and I'm talking about Jackson Rudolph.
Well, Mike, that was far too kind of an introduction, but it's an honor to be here as always. I love sharing the booth with you, and we get to call some amazing action here tonight at the Ocean State Grand Nationals.
All right, man. Every year, the game gets elevated. Here's some highlights from last year. We saw Katie Herman establish herself as one of the best female point fighters in the game. We saw Judah Sagawa literally grow up before our eyes, and we saw Wasim Dritti continue his ascent. Who are you looking out for this year, my friend?
We're going to see those names and so many more in the show tonight, starting with Katarina Herman. She's going to make 2 appearances, both in our super fights for the big prize money as well as the overall grand championship. So 2 different disciplines. She's going to be fighting for titles tonight. And Judah Sagawa has now moved up from the 13 and under age category. That's right. You're going to see some youth martial artists in action to now the 14 to 17 age category, which is typically dominated by those 16, 17-year-olds. He's winning this division at 14, and he's going to be in the finals tonight once again as well. And there's plenty of other names that I'm sure will come up as we break down this action.
Thank you, Jackson. So stay tuned, everybody. 2024 Ocean State Grand Nationals Karate Championships.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
What Tori would be, or where she'd go, what she'd do. I know she'd make an incredible impact, and it hurts to think of all the world is missing out on.
Spend your spring in Warwick. Explore the beautiful outdoors. Go hiking, kayaking, and horseback riding. Step back in time at Clouds Hill Museum. And sink your teeth into delicious food at our local hotspots. Stay in Warwick. See Rhode Island.
Now we have the Women's CMX Creative Musical Extreme Weapons Overall Grand Championship. On stage now, Samantha Mittling representing the Amerikick National Competition Team.
She'll
She's ready to go.
Samantha Mittling has an excellent combination of both release techniques and body rolls, where she's throwing the bow in the air or rolling the bow around various parts of her body to put on a great performance.
Wow.
Mixes in a body roll into the strike combo there, now showing off some kicking skills right into the 540 release.
How tough is that around the neck, Jackson?
Well, we're about to see a lot more high difficulty upgrades like that one, rolling under the shoulder, over the shoulder, around the back of the neck. Those are some signature moves of Samantha Mittling's that has been passed down from her instructors. In many ways, body rolls are kind of a lost art. A lot of competitors don't do them anymore because the speed of the game has changed so much. But with the speed of this performance from Samantha Mittling, she's proven that you can do both. A beautiful combination of both the releases and the rolls. Very high level of difficulty, and she brings the house down with a fantastic bow form.
Beautiful routine. And now we're going to see Haley Glass do the CMX routine.
On very short rest. Within the last, maybe 10 minutes of real time?
Maybe
she
less.
was exactly. She was on stage for the Traditional Weapons Overall Grand Championship, and now she's back on stage wearing the black uniform for an Extreme Kama form. Now the Kama are short weapons with a curved blade traditionally used to harvest rice, repurposed into martial arts weapons.
And we've seen her many times with the Kamas before.
And Haley Glass opting to go with no music tonight, letting her power shine with the Kamas.
Is that common for CMX competitors?
Depends on the night show. Sometimes you got to make the decision based on the crowd. Maybe with a home turf feel here at the Ocean State Grand Nationals, she's anticipating trying to elicit some crowd support and hoping that that's going to be stronger without the music playing. High speed cut combination right into the finger rolls. Haley Glass has been dominant in this division, really for the majority of her adult career. Cartwheel right into the full twist, beautifully done. And the intensity that she puts behind her Kama cuts is really something that stands out. Even though it's a bladed weapon, she's still putting a lot of gusto behind every technique.
Well, that's what I was going to say. She's probably the most intense competitor I've seen.
She harnesses that energy very well, making it into the closing moments of the routine. A little roll of the Kama on the finger, touchdown raise into the flash kick, and a powerful ending to the Kama form of Haley Glass.
Wow. Well, that certainly did look bulletproof, but the other one was pretty darn good too.
And two very different forms, two very different strategies with the bow form and the Kama form. This will be another very interesting one to see which way the judges rule. And it comes down to the final judge. It sounds like 3 9.99s for Samantha Mittling, meaning that 4 would likely go to Haley Glass.
Oh, what are they doing now there?
They're double checking the scores.
Okay.
There's 2 9.9s. There's the third 9.99.
So it was accurate. Okay.
So we're confirming that the scoring was accurate. 3 9.99s for Samantha Mittling. And as she kind of glances over at the scorer's table, she knows what it means to only have gotten 3 of them.
Wow. Razor thin, Jackson, for
Absolutely.
Haley Glass.
In our most closely contested event of the evening, and deservedly so. Both of these ladies gave fantastic performances. Haley Glass, by 1/100th of a point, comes out on top with another overall grand championship, her second of the evening.
So she finally gets a rest now? she gets rest, or we seen her?
She's still got forms.
She's still got forms. Oh my God.
So 2 weapons grand championships for Haley Glass, potentially a third coming later in the forms division.
Tragedy knows no gender, it knows no socioeconomic status, it knows no space, no time. People have free will, and they can use that will, and that will can catch any of us in the trajectory. And that's why we all need to take responsibility for our actions.
Accidents happen. When they do, you'll want to contact Ocean State Collision Center. With over 40 years of exceptional service backed by a team of mechanical experts that specialize in all areas of auto repairs. When repairs are complete, we personally inspect every vehicle to assure you that your car meets 100% of all factory specifications. From insurance claims, tows, to tune-ups, Ocean State Collision Center is New England's resource for all your auto needs. Visit us at Facebook or call 40130533811 for all your auto needs.
And immediately we get another matchup between Paul Mitchell and Diamond G3 as Katarina Herman of Team Paul Mitchell in the black helmet is set to square off against Ann-Sara Kayer in the orange helmet of Team Diamond G3 as Katarina Herman will attempt to avenge her brothers.
And you're going to notice right away, folks, the size discrepancy. But as we talked about before, point fighting is a speed game. So we'll see. Can she neutralize, Jackson, those kicks of Katarina Herman?
And
she does it so well.
That is what makes Katarina Herman so dangerous, is that those legs are so long and she kicks with such skill and accuracy. It's almost impossible to get around those legs. And by the way, because it's her legs that have that reach advantage, when she's scoring, it's often with a 2-point kick.
Yes.
So if you're a blitzer that can only score 1 point at a time with your hands, Katarina Herman already has an advantage, and you've got to have a really good strategy to figure out how you're going to neutralize that leg.
Well said, my friend. Well said. See if she can do it.
This is for the overall grand championship. So these ladies fought through their individual weight classes and now are meeting in this final battle.
And there you'll see those smoke screen kicks by Herman, trying to get the range and distance.
Yes, immediately getting that leg up and automatically trying to kick to score. It was well stated, a couple of smoke screen kicks early just to get her distance, but then right into pumping that leg and trying to connect. 2 points for Herman on the side kick to the hip. And Ann-Sara Kayer doing a good job of trying to move laterally and try to stay out of the way of Herman's leg, like right there, that little sidestep. But Herman in such quick pursuit with the leg that Sara Kayer just hasn't quite been able to get away yet.
She's doing what she's supposed to do. I think she's just got to find a way to blitz inside.
Exactly. And part of the strategy might be that she needs to go to that backside. Katie Herman is so good at turning to her inside, rotating towards the inside of her body. If Ann-Sara Kayer were to step to the backside, she might have an opportunity to maybe jump up for a back fist to the head. But that's another thing with that leg reach advantage. Katie Herman's also really tall, so trying to get a back fist up there as a shorter fighter, you might land on the shoulder and not score.
Right. Can also expose your body to a kick.
Rear leg round kick from Herman.
But a score.
Came in a little bit later than the body punch from Ann-Sara Kayer.
Ann-Sara Kayer with a nice score there.
Herman takes off on the blitz, a little bit of a surprise. She's got a blitz in her bag, but she loves to sit behind the kicks.
Yeah, I don't see her do that much. What do you think made her do it there?
The fact that Ann-Sara Kayer wasn't expecting it. It was a good strategic move to go for the blitz there. And now she fakes the blitz and then right back to having the leg up. Because now that she's got a 4-1 advantage, she just needs to keep Ann-Sara Kayer back. She doesn't have to score anymore. Katie Herman would be perfectly happy with this fight ending 4-1.
Yeah, Ann-Sara Kayer's got to try to make a move.
That is the end of the first round. Given this is an overall grand championship match, the fighters will have a minute's rest, and then they will fight one more 2-minute round. Ann-Sara Kayer looking at a 3-point deficit to try to overcome. She is wearing the orange helmet once again, receiving coaching from Mike Conroy. On the other side, Coach Damon Gilbert with Katarina Herman, keeping her legs elevated to keep that blood flowing, keep the legs warm.
And let me ask you, for Ann-Sara Kayer, or someone going against a taller competitor that puts the kicks out there, is she allowed to bat that down and blitz in?
She can, and she started to do it at the end of that round. She can't grab the leg, but you notice she started to put her hand out and start to make contact with the leg so that she might be able to check that kick and then continue over the top with a blitz. The hard part about that is that Katarina Herman's legs are so strong and so long that if she's able to break your guard and you're already that close because you're close enough to touch the foot, if you can touch the foot, her foot can probably touch you.
Yeah, she could also come in for the straight.
Right.
Straight punch. That was a great first round. I really like what Ann-Sara Kayer is doing.
Herman immediately with the leg up.
That's her calling card, isn't it?
And the strategy here is 2 minutes of lead protection. A 3-point lead in point fighting is the equivalent of a 2-possession game in basketball. You're going to have 2 clashes to make up that comeback. Ann-Sara Kayer scores there to bring it down to 2 and is not able to connect on that back fist.
You see, folks, she did sneak it in.
Now Herman chasing a little bit with the legs. She wants a little bit more cushion. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
I do like what Ann-Sara Kayer is doing here. I think she's got a nice strategy. Trying to pick her spots. But you're right. The clock is a factor.
Coach Mike Conroy is excellent with his adjustments. And so it's no surprise that Ann-Sara Kayer has shown an improved strategy coming out now in the second round. No call on that exchange.
I thought Damon Gilbert was the ref for a sec. He's calling it. Not a ref, though.
Right back to the leg up for Herman. Ann-Sara Kayer calculating, trying to find a way around it. And Herman over the top with the hand scores again.
Beautiful headshot.
5-2, she's back to that 3-point cushion. 2 judges call the kick as it sneaks into the hip.
That's big, 7-2 now.
A 5-point lead, not insurmountable, but it's big. A 7-point lead, even more difficult to overcome. Herman stacks on another kick. 9-2 Herman.
And again, folks, you may say, well, you know, those are not necessarily the most powerful kicks, but what we're looking for in point fighting is just the cleanest technique, correct?
Exactly. It's a speed game. It's all about who lands the cleanest technique first, and that was a beautiful, clean back fist from Herman on the last exchange. She tried to get another one there.
5 seconds remaining.
And really late in the second round, Herman puts on a master class of using that leg to generate distance.
Yeah.
Final score is 12-2. Time did expire, but the equivalent of a 10-point spread. And Katarina Herman is your overall grand champion. And she's not done yet. She still has the super fights where she's made the final 4.
We want to see more of her. But you know what? Ann-Sara Kayer, great job. I like what she did for a strategy. Lateral movement, which you said would probably be necessary to beat someone like Katarina Herman. But Katarina Herman's just so good. She's one of the best for a reason.
What a way
way to start the 2024 Ocean State Karate Grand Championship Series by celebrating the exceptional women and young ladies of our sport. A big thank you to Team Leclerc for their stellar team demonstration, Haley Glass for securing the CMX 2024 title, and Katarina Herman for her remarkable win in the Women's Overall Black Belt Fighting Grand Championship. Join us next Saturday on the CW as we showcase our junior competitors, the future of sport karate. See you next week.